Hello YouTube, this is Angel Dreams and today we are playing Outlaster Part 2 of playing with Kendrick and Cloud and friends. And we're doing the water challenge where you have to collect it to light the fire. And you should start with the back normally instead of the front, aka one person on each side of the front and then the rest of the people working on the back to beginning with, depending how many players you have. Because the back takes longer, so if you do that first, then it's easier. Because then all you have to work on is the smaller parts. But make sure your character is tall or you'll get stuck in the water bucket there. And it's insane. I've done that before once on an accident. I don't want to do it again. That's why I try to avoid doing that. And of course, me and Glad are in our Easter outfits because the last time we played was during Easter, so this might be a couple of days after Easter and we still just haven't changed because we left our characters the same. That's probably what happened. This was literally last year, so I'd assume it was around that time. It's insane to think now that I'm finishing up this one video that was in 2025 and 2026, but closer to the end of 2026, which means it's almost 2027. And that's what's insane. Not to mention, a lot of things had happened between the 2 years. Okay, I got a newer job than what I used to work at when this took place. And the planet alignment happened last year during this time too. It was like the day after that is when I played this game. Because I was talking about how I missed it, which is unfortunate because I was working. I think I worked all day that day too. Which makes it even worse if you think about it. On a planet alignment day, missed one of the great opportunities. This is why our generation, Gen Z, wants to does not want to work all the time because you miss things and you learn it. And life is precious. We want to live it with our family and memories we could create, and especially watching stuff like planet alignments or other cool like nature related stuff. We want to be able to see that shit. You guys might have wanted to see that stuff too and happen, but you're more of the working generation, the other generations before. And the fact that we're a generation based more on technology than millennials were, that's what also makes it like that. But since I was raised by people who were in the Gen X, I believe, yeah, I am a lot different with being Gen Z because of that, and because I have grandparents that I guess would be considered boomers at that point. It's insane to think about that. Because they were born during the times of the baby, what is it called? Where they wanted a lot of babies to populate the world again. hence the baby boomer. Anyway, just to think about that is crazy. Different generations, we want different things because we see how the world is truly compared to what you guys have been, and we don't like it. This our generation that is stepping up to the plate now, as you guys this generation are retiring and don't, except for the Gen X. Gen X is still not retired yet, but as half of our points of Gen Z's life, they'll eventually end up retired too. It's crazy, crazy to think. But we see the world differently than you guys do, and that's why we don't like it. And want to change it. It's not it's not us being lazy, what people call Gen Z lazy. No, it's not lazy. It's what we see, not how there is. Because I'm a hard worker, but I also like to be able to be with family and have memories, create memories with them, and get to see cool things like the planets aligning, or solar eclipse, or meteor showers if they occur. No meteor shower has occurred in a while, but like just examples. They talk about how we're losing, like depending on what team we're on. Actually, no, I'm winning because I'm on pink. They're talking about Saturn's team, weren't they? Losing. Because they literally have 1 point. That's like just for aims. Yeah. My turn. Oh, someone got to it faster. Our team won though. Wow. I'm just reading the little text a little bit too. I try to talk to all of my friends during this as much as possible. I have too many of them on, so it's hard to talk to every single one of them every time. And I had strategic game plans because I think ahead. Because I know that Flowers and Saturn are friends, so they would be teaming with each other. So to get one of them out, like they'd probably team against our little team in itself too eventually when it comes time to. Hence why my plan was to get one of them out. And because I barely knew Saturn, I think I was just going for him. I mean her. Sorry about that. It's just the game plan. And because I kept Indica for a little bit too. Once we became friends, as well. Because I made a new friend. I didn't want to get her out right away. It's Cloud and me are sitting and on the side together. It took us on the way over there. I said stump buddies, but I meant to say it out loud or to Cloud. I accidentally said it to myself, but I meant to talk to Cloud about that. We're just friends on a stump. All along. And we're besties like Barbie, who has tons of movies. BTW, I have all of the Barbie movies except for 2 that are still coming. And I'm so excited to see them all. Even the seasons of Barbie from the different shows, like of Barbie with her bestie Barbie. And the living the dream life or something. Dream house. Barbie in the dream house, that's what it was, sorry. I can't even remember anymore of what it was called. It's been a while. There were 2 movies, DVDs of that. There was like, I think 4. Yeah, there was 4 of Barbie and Barbie 1. And then A Touch of Magic, there was 2 seasons. I mean 2 DVDs, probably 2 seasons also. I pretty much bought all the Barbie content that I can with it. Because I plan on watching the movies with Cloud. I'm so excited for that too. I just have to set it up. And my cat wants to eat my rice cakes. Don't know why. I was just hungry, so I started eating. Stop trying to eat my rice cakes. Dang. In this game, starting at the back is good as well. However, I did not. He wants to try my rice cake. Wait, I should... Hold on, let me make it into smaller pieces for you. There, that should be better. Better for you. Wait, shoot, can they even have rice cakes? Okay, he could have a rice cake, a plain one. I didn't know, and I sort of gave him a tiny piece before. Whoops, that's bad. I should really look things up before. He just tries to eat everything. He's drank my chocolate milk before. I'm surprised he's surviving because of that. Ah. Honestly, I tried taking the milk away from him. He gave me a look too, I think, when I did that. This piece clearly does not fit. Running to get more. Oh, it fit over there. I saw a blue piece on the floor. Don't know. Sometimes I get stuck on this. This is why I'm like, ah. I was seeing how many red pieces there were. Either at first I thought it was pink, or I just wasn't paying attention and was placing them. Gotta go fast as I can. This isn't very fast. The cakes have no nutritional value for the cats though, but they could have like tiny pieces. Maybe like one. That piece did not fit. Gotta get more. Looks like Cloud is winning a little bit more, but not completely winning compared to, I think that's Legend, but no, no, is it? No. I don't know who's biased, but they look like they're winning more. Or Legend won. No, never mind. This person did. The shark girl. We need to get her down. Knock her down a few pegs. So she doesn't win during our time of merge. I was like, let's vote Maddie. Because she's the only one. I had to type that to a couple of different people. I think Kendrick left during this point, though. Because I don't see him. Or Kendriclamar, or however you say his name. He must have got voted out, and then because he lost, he might have just left or had to go. It's fine. I'll be able to play with him again sometime. Currently, I don't know if I still have him on. Depends, because I went through my friends list a couple of times before. Not currently, but went through it before and deleted some. Flower's like, I want ramen. But no ramen here. That's sad when you crave something, but it's not there and you have to buy it. But because she's younger, she's still a child, she can't just go up into a store and get it. Because she would have to drive. I don't think she's at the age where she could drive yet currently in this time. I see her being closer to being able to drive soon, though. If we're talking about now. But I don't know, because I haven't seen Flowers on in a while since she forgot her password. So she hasn't been on in a while. Honestly, if anything, I could let her use one of my old accounts if she doesn't want to log into anything. I have like so many accounts that I made because one of my accounts got hacked and it made me just like have a whole bunch of backups, just in case I get hacked again, because that's what the time of Roblox I was living in. And Maddie was out, which was during 2014, probably the end of it, and then of 2014 into 2015. And he's still trying to eat my rice cake. I'm hungry. Don't want him to eat it. Before we got Maddie out, our next target would be Ames. Unless she's teaming with Maddie and decides to leave. with her. I like how Maddie's like, y'all so dumb. And I'm so bad I can't win nothing, is what she said. Something like that. It's redemption time. Saturn can come back. Or the other person we voted off. A.K. Maddie. Flower's like, please win, Saturn. Yes, we definitely need him to win. I'd rather have him than her back. Although if we had her back, it could also be a way to win unless she's teaming with the Ames like I think she is. But we'll find out shortly. I was like, I want Cage Game. I love that one. And then someone said, I want Total Drama. And I was like, I love that one. LOL. I also love this game too. I just don't play it as often as I do with Total Drama. Which is why when I saw the new like teams thing where we don't choose a leader anymore, I was like, what the heck? I didn't know there was such a thing. And they changed like to different names of the team. I wonder what else changed. I only played like one round when that happened. I didn't record. I forgot if I played that with Cloud and Patty Mayo or not. Don't remember. I might have played it by myself. Curious and curious. Ah, look. Everything is changing so fast. Some changes are good, most are bad. The world changing to a lot of AI and biometrics on phone is the worst change yet. I need to go back to old technology at this rate. And we're gonna be a split, divided world like that with off-grid and old technology and then the newer technology stuff. Newer doesn't always equal better, and you should always learn that, especially nowadays, because everything newer craps out just so they could make you buy it again, aka washing machines, even what's it called, stoves, that's the word I'm looking for. I barely woke up. It's been like an hour since I woke up now. And actually 2 hours, but I'm still kinda iffy. 2 hours now and I'm still thinking, oh, this is insane because I woke up at 4 something and it's 6:38 currently. Sheesh. I could have slept in today. I'll probably take a nap, so it doesn't matter. I don't have work because all the children are in school, so they don't during the week, so they don't get enough hours. Because of that, I chose, when she asked me about it, I chose, having Saturdays and some Saturdays off to match with, the Sundays being off too. Yes, partly because the children could do it, but also because I had plans for a second job already. And I was like, that's perfect for me to get a second job now and have it the way I want it, with Saturdays and Sundays off. Which is why I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it. You offered, I do it. That's literally, I didn't even have to say anything, so I say that's a sign that the universe is doing it's a job there and preparing me for what's yet to come still. Probably my manifestations are going to work out then, because that must be a sign that they will, considering that's what I wanted, but I wasn't doing that for manifesting. But it's something that I was thinking about at one point. Ooh, I won that one super easily. I always push everything as far as I can first, so it's easier to push them, but you can't push them at once. Flowers like saying I was close. Yes. I was like in my 5th last. Does anyone have enough diamonds to spawn a super safety? No, we do not. Sadly. And I was asking Saturn's identity because I wasn't sure what gender they were that they claim. And I didn't want to keep calling them a boy in my head because of the avatar looks like a boy. But Saturn is a girl. So, my bad. I didn't know, which is why I asked. I was confused. Because the outfit looks more boyish than girlish. But I also dress up as boys sometimes on Roblox for fun. Mainly a girl, though. For the most part. I also think kings are more powerful than queens sometimes, so at that rate, I'd be called king versus queen. Even though king is generally a guy's terminology. But I am powerful, clearly. You'll see why towards the end. I think I use the power for good and not some evil like Trump. There's other people too, for example. I just said Trump because he's president. Many of the presidents are corrupted more. There's some that are less evil than the others. But they all have their skeletons in their closet. That's why you have to be careful with politics. Speaking of that, I'm probably not gonna vote this year because I didn't like not knowing what to vote and second guessing myself on everything, so I'm just not gonna vote because I'm uninformed. And I don't want to be an uninformed voter voting the next president. And in this world, the rate it's going, I care less about the government ideals when they want to execute us during the, what's it called? End times there, because they want to execute half the population because they think we're overpopulated. Every time there is a reset, like how Atlantis is like what they think of us is a myth when it was actually real, but it has its downfall. That's why there's not a lot of proof, is because it probably got buried, all the proof that existed, because they didn't want to prove that it was real area before it got sunk and buried in the deep depths of the ocean. And this is why you can't go in some areas of the very cold place, Antarctica, that's the word. It's because they're hiding things in there. Yeah, they're hiding probably more aliens, not gonna lie, and what else could they be hiding besides the proof that Atlantis exists? They're hiding in other things that we don't even know. That's why some weather could be controlled and some is not. Which is why, was Pompeii really by nature, or was it on purpose? Like they caused the plates to move, or the volcano boom exploded. Think about it, was that natural or not? There's a lot we don't know in this world. Unless it happens in front of us, we will never know what truly happened. Because they can change and delete things, which is why they don't want books anymore at all. It's because books have real truth into them. And the fact that AI needed all of those books in the world just so they could know all the information in the world makes them even more dangerous. And you could see why things got lost to history there. It's because stuff like that, plus with AI, how it runs and takes up a lot of energy and stuff, that's also why our prices are high. It's not Trump's fault completely why things are the way they are. No matter who is in president, inflation was gonna happen. Think about it. They have more secrets behind the scenes than we'll ever know. And that's why people learned from COVID that stuff isn't what it seems to be. And we could get away with no jobs like that. Yeah, that's how people started waking up a little bit. More and more people have, yes, but then there's still more who are asleep. That's why you have to overanalyze everything. and think for yourself, what is the truth out of all these lies that they have been feeding us? And because they've been poisoning us, that we cannot fully wake up unless we disconnect ourselves from all the processed foods and live off-grid on the land and use our food for the plants there, like be the gatherers we are and the planters we are. We lost those traits because they didn't want us to have the skills we need to survive if anything were to go wrong. They wanted us to be easy to be controlled. Also, I've added Saturn a lot in this game because it was a strategy based off of he could team with flowers as easily. And they could turn against us is one reason why. And I could also have voted Cloud to sacrifice her because she's sometimes bad at the games and doesn't care if she wins or loses half the time. Well, I said half the time because there is sometimes that she actually does want to win. Most of the time I want to win, but sometimes I'll vote myself. This time, clearly I wanted to win. Because I didn't vote myself at a certain point of time. Let's see, 3 votes enough. Saturn just got out after she just came back. And yes, I accidentally said he and I realized that it was a she. Again. I get confused, definitely. Because of that outfit starring me. Of course I said bye. Like nothing happened. Like I didn't just vote him. I mean her. Didn't vote her. I'm just gonna say them. I know I'm eating while I'm playing. This game is a little confusing. But the number on the boxes is the number, like the order you're supposed to type it into the little box. And then the stuff inside of the boxes is what you have to count to put on the little boxes. This is why I tend to type the numbers of how many I counted so I could remember without constantly trying to think about it, because I would repeat the numbers over and over, and sometimes I would repeat them wrong if I forgot. And that's the issue. I see Cloud just slightly looking and then going back. I think I typed in the first couple. I remembered it too, but it wasn't the first one. So I went back, started counting and placing the items again before I forgot in my little chat box. Which is why I did not help Flowers to understand how the game worked. I'm surprised she just didn't sit there and guess random numbers. I typed the 10 and the 7. I'm sorry that I wanted to win and I was placing the numbers so I couldn't answer your question. But I did explain it just a little bit ago, so I'm not gonna try again. You know. I think Cloud is just doing the thing of going back and forth. I save time for doing that by typing in the numbers on my little thing first. But since I count slowly, that's bad for me. And Cloud has every opportunity to do that fast. See, I started going. I had the 10, the 7, and the other 7. I had the 6, and then the 2, and then I was typing in the 10. So I did, and then clicked entered. So I thought, oh, I won. But it was actually Cloud. I was very surprised upon that, considering I just typed it, and after I just typed it in and had entered it, and when I entered it, it was when it went black. That's why I thought I won. Cloud must have got it a second before me. Which is insane because she kept going back and forth, and I did it an easier way by typing it into the chat first as I go. So then I could go back and type in all the numbers. So that was really insane to me. And yes, I was saying, who will be our sacrifice? Oh, my rice cakes are gone now. There was 4 of them in there. They're so good. It was my breakfast. Cloud was like, not me. And we're off to see the wizard. Wizard of Oz. Now we're just off to see who will burn in the torches of hell. Now let's begin. This time I was going for Indica as much as I saved her so far. We knew it was gonna end it this way. Sorry, girlie. Let's see. It's 3 against 1. So she's definitely out. Flower's like, if I lose, and then left it at that. Oh no, she said if I lose, call Lisa. Call Lisa, cause she wants Lisa. And tell her to buy me BP concert. She just wants to see a concert with Lisa in it. Fancy. Bye Indica. I said that you played amazing. Of course. Which she did, is the truth. Now it's down to me, Flowers, and Cloud. Who are they gonna vote for to win? First, it's the vote of who you want to win. Then next is the rest of the points from the game. So we'll see who has the highest for sure. GL, everyone. It's our last hurrah. We're in the final. Flower's like, I'm voting myself. Saturn is obviously voting for Flowers, but Legend could go either me or Cloud at this rate. I have no clue who he wants to win out of us two. I've been his friend a lot longer than Cloud because I met him away before she did. Legend, Cloud, and Terra and Flowers are all my besties. They're the best friends I could ever ask for. I also have other besties that do not play Roblox with me in real life. But these are my top gaming buddies who I love so much. Jeez, the words are hard to say. They play games with me. I think Cloud just got voted, so Legend picked Cloud this time. Understandable. Cloud. You probably thought Cloud wasn't gonna get as many wins. But we'll see. Cloud already just got a point. No wait, never mind. Legend did vote for me. Because Cloud just got 1 point. I'm not reading things correctly or looking. Cloud and I just got 2 more points. Because apparently both of us was under the radar. Cloud and I. Most dangerous was Flowers, which is insane. She got the most dangerous, but we got everything else. So it's a tie between us two. I think they're gonna pick Cloud because she's a lot nicer sometimes in games than I am. So that's true. That's because I also want to win, so I have a gameplay. Powerful gameplay, might I add. But no, they voted me as the winner. I mean, either way, one of us won, and I love it. If I haven't already, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bells if you want to see more content. I'd have said it once. Honestly, too tired to remember. But have a good day or night, and enjoy your life. Live it to the fullest. Don't let anyone say you can't do anything, and try everything, otherwise you'll never find out what truly makes you happy, because what you find out is what you have. Goodbye.